From Galion High School, an afternoon game and the final game of the regular season for these two teams as the Galion Tigers get set to host the Clear Fork Colts. Hi, everybody. Corey Durbin, Nick Lazier with you for this broadcast on VSBN. And it's going to be a good one today, I think. Two high-powered offenses, a couple of teams with really couldn't have more different records, but they still both put up a lot of points. Galion coming off of a loss last night to Shelby. Clear Fork hasn't played in a few days. It should be a great one. Galion, the home team tonight, or I guess I should say this afternoon. Not used to these afternoon games in high school, Nick.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Normally I'm used to 6:30, 7:30 tip-offs.
Yeah, Galion coming in tonight, or this afternoon, at 8-13 overall. They are 3-10 in the MOAC, and they officially will finish second to last in the conference. They can't improve with a win today, but they also can't fall back with a loss today, so they're pretty much locked in. And Clear Fork, speaking of being locked in, they have already clinched the conference. They are 17-4 overall, 11-2 in the conference, and they beat out Ontario by, well, so far they're a game ahead of Ontario. If they win today, they could finish as conference champions with a 2-game lead over the Ontario Warriors. As I mentioned, Galion lost last night at Shelby, 75-68, and of course, the big highlight of the year for Galion basketball was a couple of weeks ago at I believe it was Buckeye Valley, where Alsip, their junior all-conference first teamer, scored 15 points in the final 57 seconds to get the win, and just an incredible. You did watch the video?
It was an insane clip. He had a 4-point play, hit a couple threes, took it to the rim a couple times. It was unreal.
And Galion ended up winning that game, one of their 8 wins on the year at Buckeye Valley, 66-63, and of course, Alsip with just a performance he'll never forget.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
It went viral, and a lot of people aren't going to forget that one. Just incredible.
Kid can score the ball.
On the other side of things, as I mentioned, the Clear Fork Colts, they come in very high-powered offense. They actually beat Galion earlier in the year as a part of one of their 9-game winning streaks on the year. And they beat the Tigers, as I'm trying to flip through my notes here, they beat the Tigers 76-63 down in Clear Fork back in early December. Getting things going now as the referees come by and give us a fist bump. I like it.
They're ready to roll.
They are. It's going to be a great afternoon for basketball. Glad you are joining us. And I think we're getting ready for the starting lineups and the Star Spangled Banner, of course. And we do have the starting lineups ahead of time here. For Galion, looks like it's going to be Isaiah Alsip, of course, the junior 6'1" star. We were just talking about him scoring 15 points at Buckeye Valley in the last 57 seconds. Also going to go with Jack McElligott, senior here on senior day. He's a 6'2" senior. So Galion's got some size here. They've got some height. Also going to go with Tristan Williams, another senior, 6'5". Now, when these kids have been warming up, they do not look that big. Of course, from our vantage point down here, we are much lower than any game we've called so far this season. We are right at the scores table. In fact, I'm right next to the PA announcer. So the players don't look as big as they actually are from down here, because we can't really we don't have any sort of eyes line to their height. Galion also going to go with Carter Valentine. He's a freshman, only 5'10", and then Hanif Donaldson. He's also a freshman, standing at 6'2". So 4 of the 5 starters for Galion over 6 foot. For Clear Fork, they're going to go with AJ Blueball, a 6'3" senior. Gannon Seifert, he's a 6'1" senior. They're also going to go with Jared Schaefer. He's a 6'1" senior. Brennan South, a 6-foot junior. And Brady Tedrow, a 6'1" sophomore. And now we're going to pause for the Star Spangled Banner.
We are pleased you are here for today's contest. Galion and Clear Fork are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the rules set forth by that association to maintain high standards of conduct and competition with other member schools. Friendly competition is a theme of interscholastic athletics. The athletes playing here today are friendly rivals. All fans as well as participants are asked to display an attitude of good sportsmanship throughout today's contest. And now, please rise in honor of America as the pep band, under the direction of Mrs. Jessica Hammond, leads us in the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
And definitely more of your traditional Star Spangled Banner there by the Clear Fork Pet, or the Galion Pet Band, excuse me. Not necessarily the jazzy version we got last week at Lexington.
I kind of like the jazz version a little more.
So we've already given you the starting lineups, but we will join the PA announcer here in just a moment. And we'll do that now.
First, cheering for the Clear Fork Colts, Katie Troyer, Amaya Copeland, Laura Littleton, Jordan Robinson, Hannah Tar, Alyssa Swank, and Mindy Raylaw. And cheering for Galion, Leah Staten, Sonona Evans, Mara Ringmaker, Danielle Manring, and Zoe Marie. Their advisor is Anna Matney. And today's starting lineups. First for the Colts of Clear Fork High School. Number 3, AJ Blueball. Number 10, Gary Siebert. Number 22, Jared Schaefer. Number 44, Brendan South. And number 45, Brady Tedrow. The Colts are coached by Stephen Beckville, his assistant, Steve Lyons. And let's meet the Galion Tigers. A 6-foot freshman, number 15, Carter Valentine. A 6'2" freshman, number 24, Henry Donaldson. A 6'1" junior, number 2, Isaiah Olson. A senior not starting because his injury is number 10, Gage Lackey. A 6'2" senior, number 11, Jack McGilligan. And a 6'5" senior, number 50, Tristan Williams. The Tigers are coached by Matt Valentine, his assistant, Mike Valentine.
And that's how basketball should be done.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. I have never seen a high school shut off all the lights. They shut off all the lights in here for Galion. They put a spotlight on the bench just like you'd see in a college game or an NBA game. That was awesome.
Love it.
Great.
Love it.
It is time for basketball here at Galion High School. Galion hosting the Clear Fork Colts. Clear Fork in their black uniforms with green trim. Galion in the white with the orange and blue trim. Navy blue, that is. And we are underway. Galion wins the tip. And they'll bring it over the timeline. It's going to be number 11, Jack McElligott. Gets it up top to Hanif Donaldson. Back to McElligott. Up top. Nope, he tried to pass it over up top. And now he gets it down into the corner, and now up top to Isaiah Alsop. Alsop with a behind-the-back dribble there. Still dribbling up the top of the key. Pulls up long three, and it nicks the rim. Almost out of bounds, but saved back inbounds, and Galion's going to keep the ball. And now they have it in the corner. Hanif Donaldson with it. He's going to dribble into the paint. Now kicks it across to McElligott. He's looking for Alsop.
Tough team defense.
Yes, very good defense so far by Clear Fork. Now down low. Shots up and off the backboard. No good for Tristan Williams. Rebound Clear Fork. They're coming the other way. Seifert with the basketball. Near side on the wing. He puts up a three, and that's going to clank off the backboard in between the rim there and fall to Hanif Donaldson, who gets it to McElligott. He brings it across the timeline. Dribbles right in front of us now. Gets it to Donaldson. Looks like they might be running a little flex here, and they kind of get away from the flex there as Clear Fork disrupts that play.
Absolutely.
Also put the basketball, tries to throw a cross-court pass to McElligott. It's tipped away by Seifert, but taken back by McElligott.
Clear Fork fans behind us a little upset about the step through by McElligott.
And I believe they're going to get a 5-second call there. McElligott just kind of held on to the ball there too long. And a turnover for Galion, their first of the game. Clear Fork will have it now. And it's going to be Brennan South bringing the ball across the timeline. He's dribbling at the volleyball line, kicks it in front of us to Tedrow. Tedrow gets it over to Schaefer. Schaefer far side to Brennan South. He's going to hold on to it. Now he dribbles to the wing, dumps it down to blue ball, back out to South. Pulls up for three, no good. Rebound, McElligott.
Both these teams not really trying to run right now, trying to get the half-court offense.
Yep, he gets it down to Donaldson, back out to McElligott. He kicks it out to Carter Valentine, who gets into the lane, kicks it across to McElligott. And he tries to get into the lane there. He was looking to kick it out to Hanif Donaldson, and Donaldson was just clamped by his defender, and McElligott had nowhere to go with it, ended up walking, taking an extra step there. So 2 turnovers in a row for Galion. Clear Fork with the basketball. They kick it ahead real quickly. Tedrow with the basketball. Up top to blue ball, swings it around to Seifert. Seifert down into the corner, and now it's worked around. Finally ends back up in the hands of Seifert, who misses a layup, gets the ball back. And he got his own offensive rebound, tried to go back up with it, and the ball, it looked like a jump ball, but they get a foul on Tristan Williams.
Man, this Tristan Williams is a unit, man. He is a
huge.
big
Tristan
dude.
Williams, 6'5", and he's got to be 220, 230.
He's a big kid.
Easy. First free throws of the night for either team. It's Gannon Seifert heading to the line. First one's up, and it is good.
Ooh.
It hit just about every part of the rim and the backboard, and it finally rolled in, and that's the first point of the night. Clear Fork on top, 1-0, 5:33 to go, first quarter. Seifert, second one up, and that one's hard off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, a nice rebound there by Donaldson, who's a freshman. Galion with 2 freshmen in the starting lineup. Definitely a bright future for this team. Alsop with the basketball. He's also only a junior. He pulls up from the top of the three-point line, no good. Rebound comes down to South. He kicks it ahead to Seifert, who puts up a shot, no good. And eventually, off the rebound, the ball's tipped around several times, and a foul's going to be called on the rebound. Another foul on Galion.
From Isaiah Alsop.
Alsop, star player for this Galion Tigers team. As I was just saying down just a second ago when they were down on the other end here, Alsop's only a junior, and they have 2 starting freshmen. So the future is very bright for the Galion Tigers. First free throw for A.J. Bluebaugh is no good. So Clear Fork 1 for 3 from the line here early. They lead 1-0. Second one up by Bluebaugh. That one rattles in. 2-0. Clear Fork ahead. 5:13 to go first quarter. Little press by Clear Fork, and it works. As a steal there by Jared Schaefer. He gets it up to Bluebaugh for a 3 at the top of the arc, and it's good.
Smooth stroke.
And Bluebaugh swishes it home from the top of the three-point arc. 5-0 now. Colts with the lead, and their fans are sitting right behind us. Don't know if you can tell over the broadcast or not, but Clear Fork brought a very big fan section, and they're right behind us. On the other end, Tristan Williams puts it up from about 12 feet out off the block, and it's good. The Galion Tigers are on the board now. They trail 5-2, 4:40 to go here in the first quarter. Clear Fork with the basketball. In the far side corner, Brennan South puts up a three, no good. Rebound, McElligott. He's going to kick it ahead to Valentine, back up to McElligott, over to Alsop. Isaiah Alsop dumps it down to Tristan Williams. He puts up a nice hook shot, really good touch,
nice
and it
touch
falls.
there.
Tristan Williams with 4 quick points. Clear Fork with a 5-4 lead, 4:10 to go first quarter. Blue ball in the corner with it. He kicks it up top to Schaefer, who drives right down the lane and puts it up on Tristan Williams. Schaefer definitely a quick first step, able to get by the much bigger and slower Williams. 7-4 now, Colts with the lead. Williams with the basketball, kicks it to Alsop. Alsop driving into the lane, puts up a tough contested shot, no good. Rebound eventually falls into the hands of Tedrow. He kicks it ahead, and it's stolen by McElligott. He's got the ball for the Tigers. He kicks ahead to Donaldson. Hanif Donaldson puts up a tough layup. Tough angle there for Donaldson. And quickly on the inbound, a steal by Alsop. He pulls up wide open for three, and it's short. Rebound falls to Seifert. Seifert kicks it ahead to South. Brennan South all the way down the floor, lays it up and in. He took that one from the free throw line all the way down the court and laid it up and in. 9-6, Colts with the lead. And a steal by Blue Ball. Blue Ball gets it up the head to Brennan South, who gets it up to Schaefer there. Schaefer misses the layup. Rebound Alsop. He's going to bring it down for the Tigers. Nice pass by McElligott.
Great look.
To Tristan Williams.
Very nice.
And Williams has
out.
6 points and a very fast-paced game here as the Clear Fork Colts lead 9-8. Timeout, Galion. 9-8, 2:58 to go first quarter. And if it sounds like I don't really know the players for the Galion Tigers, well, that's because they gave us a roster where the numbers are out of sync with the names. So I'm having a hard. I had to actually write the numbers down by hand, and we're getting it here. We're getting it early in the first quarter. Very fast tempo.
Yeah. Well, started kind of slow, and then Clear Fork brought in that full court press, kind of sped the game up a little bit, so both teams are looking to run a little more.
And oddly enough, the fast tempo for Galion is not helping out Isaiah Alsop as much as you'd think, but it's helping Tristan Williams, the big man, who's got 6 of the 8 points. Yeah. So not often do you see the fast tempo, up-tempo game help the big man, but it is today for the Galion Tigers. Clear Fork with the basketball. Schaefer pulls up from the free throw line. That's a nice touch. He gets it to roll in, and it's 11-8. Galion with the basketball now. Full court press by Clear Fork. 2:40 to go first quarter. 11-8. Clear Fork with the lead. Hanif Donaldson breaks the press by himself. He gets it down the lane, tries to throw a no-look pass, and that's kicked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Galion.
Got some new faces in. Galion brought in Kyle Bauer, number 3. And for Clear Fork, we got, where is he at? Number 34, Ethan Delaney. And number 15, Kyle Swainhart.
And off the inbound, Hanif Donaldson right under the basket off the inbound, puts up a tough shot. And the Clear Fork crowd doesn't agree with that foul call, but Donaldson's going to head to the line and shoot 2. Now, Hanif Donaldson is a freshman. He's got some size, though. He stands at 6'2". His first free throw is short. No good. 2:25 to go first quarter. Clear Fork with an 11-8 lead. Hanif Donaldson will step to the line for his second free throw, and that one is good. 11-9. Clear Fork with a 2-point lead. Brennan South with the basketball. He brings it down and gives it to just into the game, Jay Swainhart, who takes it into the lane and lays it up. No good, but he's fouled. And now all of a sudden, both teams starting to foul quite a bit here. And that was a shooting foul. So Swainhart will head to the line and shoot 2. Clear Fork has missed 3 free throws here in the early going. And Swainhart misses that one off the front of the rim, no good. 11-9, 2:18 to go. Clear Fork with the lead here in the first quarter. Jay Swainhart's second one is up, and that one is good. And it seems like Clear Fork makes the first and misses the second one, or excuse me, misses the first and makes the second one.
That's what it seems like.
Every time. Isaiah Alsop trying to break the press here, gets it ahead to Donaldson. Hanif Donaldson into the lane.
Good
blocked
block
by A.J. Blue Ball for Clear Fork. Blue ball is going to give it up to Brennan South, who crosses the timeline. He kicks it across court to number 34, and that is Braden Montgomery, or excuse me, Ethan Delaney, who puts it up no good. And on the rebound, the ball fell out of bounds, and it's going to go to Galion. So Ethan Delaney recently into the game. He pulls up with his first touch of the basketball. It's no good, and it goes out of bounds. Galion with the ball now. Jack McElligott will break the press. At least it looked like he was going to. Then he pulled it into the backcourt there. Alsip throws it over to Valentine. Carter Valentine back up to Isaiah Alsip. Cross-court pass to Jack McElligott. And back to Carter Valentine. Valentine throws a pass down low to Donaldson, who kicks it to McElligott in the corner. Three ball is up and good. And the Galion Tigers have just tied the game at 12. Quickly the other way, Jay Swainhart with the basketball, far side for Clear Fork. He gets it up top to Delaney. Delaney has the ball stolen away by Valentine. Donaldson picks it up, and he'll take it all the way. Tough angle. Couldn't get the roll. He missed the layup. Now Jay Swainhart with it for the Clear Fork Colts. He brings it over the timeline. Gets it to Ethan Delaney. Cross-court pass to Brennan South. A deep three, and it is cured.
That's their guy.
Like you said, Nick, that was an NBA range three-pointer. 15-12 now. Clear Fork with the lead. Jack McElligott on the other end. He kicks it to the corner. Isaiah Alsip has the green light. It's no good. Rebound, though, offensively to McElligott. And he kicks it out to Alsip, and the ball's tipped out of bounds by Jay Swainhart. It's going to stay with Galion in the far corner down there.
Alsip can just not find the net right now.
And he'll get it going at some point in this game. You know he will, and he's got the green light. And a few subs here. Bear with us. As I mentioned, the Galion roster that we were given is a little out of sorts, but we're going to get it right for you.
Number 4, Carter Keeneth, checks into the game for Galion.
And the inbounds pass is tipped back out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Galion. But they get to move up to the volleyball line now and inbound the ball. Isaiah Alsip with it. And eventually it ends up in the hands in front of us of number 4, who is listed as Carter Keeneth. Keeneth gets it up top to Kyle Bauer on the far side now. Jack McElligott with it. Far side pass, and now swung back around all the way to Isaiah Alsip. He pump fakes a three, now drives into the lane. No good, it's blocked. Ethan Delaney with the basketball now for the Colts. He's heading the other way, and he tries to slip a pass into a lane that wasn't there. Jack McElligott with it for the Tigers now. He drives the other way, puts it up. No good. Rebound, A.J. Blue ball, and he's going to have to throw up a shot from the volleyball line, and it's no good. And that is the end of the first quarter. And the Clear Fork Colts have a 3-point lead at the end of one. It's 15-12 here at Galion High School. And Nick, if you were able to get some totals there in the first quarter, let's have those now. If not, I completely understand. The rosters are a little out of sorts. The game was very fast-paced.
Yeah, it definitely picked up after about the first couple minutes. But I got some stats for you guys. Jack McElligott, 3 points, 3 rebounds for Galion. Tristan Williams, the leading scorer for Galion right now, with 6 points but only 1 rebound. Hanif Donaldson with 3 points, 2 rebounds. And then for Clear Fork, we got their leading scorer, Brennan South with 5. AJ Blueball with 4. Jared Schaefer with 4. And then that rounds up the scoring for the Clear Fork Colts. Pretty high pace, though, towards the end of the quarter. It really picked up for us.
Definitely. And that's, we look back through the schedule. You pointed out before the game, Galion put up 97 in a game this year.
97-92 final against
and that's what they want to do. They want to run and gun, and we saw that early in the first quarter there. Definitely a back and forth game. And we did get some clarification there on a couple of Galion players and numbers on the roster. Number 3 is actually Carter Keeneth, and number 4 is Matthew McCullen.
Okay.
So we got that straightened out. Clear Fork will start the second quarter, with the basketball. And a foul right out of the gate is going to be called on Hanif Donaldson, I believe, and that will be his first foul of the game. 7:53 to go, second quarter. Clear Fork with a 3-point lead, 15-12 here at Galion High School. Off the inbounds pass, Tedrow puts up a tough shot, no good. And a foul is going to be called on Carter Keeneth. And actually, it's pronounced Kynath.
Kynath,
as
yeah.
he came off the bench there. And that's his second foul of the game.
Yep.
And heading to the line for Clear Fork now is Tedrow, and his first shot is up and in. 16-12 now, the biggest lead of the game. Actually, no, Clear Fork did lead 5-0 briefly.
Correct.
So this is not their biggest lead of the game yet.
Jack McElligott checks back in for the Galion Tigers, and
Brady Tedrow's second free throw is up. Tedrow is up, and it's good. And now Clear Fork has tied their biggest lead of the game, 17-12. 7:48 to go, second quarter. Hanif Donaldson with the basketball for the Tigers right in front of us. And now Tristan Williams has it over to Jack McElligott. McElligott, the point guard, gets it over to Carter Valentine. Valentine drives into the lane, and they're going to call an offensive foul. And the referee thought he was leaning in a little bit there, used
Just
his right
a little bit
shoulder
too
to
much.
get some space. And good position there for Seifert on the defensive end to draw the offensive foul on Carter Valentine.
oh, got
Carter
stripped.
Valentine, speaking of, grabs a steal for the Tigers now. He brings it the other way. Valentine with the basketball. He gives a cross-court pass to Jack McElligott. McElligott gets it to Hanif Donaldson. Back out to Carter Valentine, who puts up a three, no good, and that's going to be a long bounce into the corner and out of bounds. It almost went out into the cafeteria there.
Well, looks like Galion's bringing up a little 2-2-1 half-court press, trying to slow him down a little bit.
And Clear Fork with the basketball, and I just spotted Ontario coach Joe Baylog over on the far side in the Galion crowd, trying to blend in, doing a little scouting as Ontario will take on Galion in the first round of the tournament.
Oh,
As we head the other way, Clear Fork AJ Blueball gets a layup, wide open. Well, it was wide open for a brief second until Isaiah Alsop came from behind and fouled Blueball on the layup. The layup was good.
and that's Alsop's second foul of the game. Something to think about.
And that's definitely not what you want to see if you're the Galion head coach right now. Your best player with two fouls here early in the second quarter. The three-point play, no good by Blueball. 19-12, biggest lead of the ball game for the Clear Fork Colts. They keep this pressure on. Galion's able to break it, but not easily. Isaiah Alsop with the basketball right in front of us. And he's dribbling.
Hey, they're really trying to
Still
get him a
dribbling.
shot.
They really are, and they're going to call a blocking foul now on Brady Tedrow for the Colts. And that is his first foul of the ball game. Second team foul here in the half. 6:34 to go, second quarter, 19-12. Colts lead it over the Galion Tigers. Jack McElligott with the basketball now. He brings it up top. He's standing at the volleyball line in front of us. Trying to drive baseline now. He dumps it down to Tristan Williams. Back up top to McElligott. Throws up a three, no good. Rebound, Blueball. Blueball is going to throw a long pass to Schaefer. And Schaefer trying to get it down low to Seifert. Throws it off of a Galion foot and out of bounds. It's going to be Clear Fork ball deep in the corner on the near sideline here. And the inbounds pass is thrown to Schaefer and then back to South, who throws up a three, no good. Jack McElligott with it now for the Galion Tigers. He brings it down the floor quickly over to Carter Valentine in the corner. Three ball, no good. Rebound to Schaefer, and he's got a breakaway. Gets it to Brady Tedrow, and actually it's going to be tipped by Isaiah Alsop. Great defense there, getting back by Alsop. He tipped the ball, and then the ball went off of Tedrow and out of bounds, and it's actually going to be
Galion
a turnover for Galion. A Clear Fork turnover, Galion basketball, I should say to clarify. Jack McElligott with it now, as Clear Fork putting on a zone press. McElligott gets it up ahead to Williams. Williams breaks the timeline, pass to Donaldson. Donaldson gets it back up top to McElligott, who swings it to Donaldson far side. Donaldson drives, loses the basketball, able to swing it now to McElligott, who dumps it down to Williams. And a foul is going to be called on Jared Schaefer for the Clear Fork Colts. As the Galion Tigers doing a good job of getting the ball down to the big man Williams, but on that one, Schaefer apparently had a hold of him from behind there. And that's Schaefer's first foul. Third team foul this half for the Colts. Isaiah Alsop will inbound on the baseline. He gets it into Williams, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, Schaefer. And Schaefer skied to get that rebound, but he tried to throw a half-court pass to Blue Ball, who was on the run, and the pass was behind him and out of bounds. A turnover there by Brady Schaefer.
Kind of a sloppy start to the quarter. A lot of turnovers both ways.
Excuse me, Jared Schaefer there. Starting to mix up my names a little bit here. Jack McElligott with the basketball now for the Galion Tigers right in front of us. He swings it into the corner. Carter Valentine wide open three in the corner, and he hits it. And I think he was behind the backboard there.
It looked like it, didn't it?
And he got the angle, and he got the three to go in. Quickly the other way now. South puts up a shot, no good. Brennan South can't get the roll, and a rebound goes to Galion. Hanif Donaldson with the basketball. He's in front of us. He picked up his dribble now, tries to dump it down to Williams, and it's stolen away there by Brennan South, who throws an underhand full court pass.
Wow.
A beautiful pass there to A.J. Blue Ball.
Absolutely.
And Blue Ball laid it in. That was a great underhand full court pass. Breaking the press and getting under the hoop down the other way. Hanif Donaldson puts up a shot. He's fouled. The shot's no good. And after throwing one of the better high school passes I've seen in person in my lifetime, Brennan South gets back and commits a foul. So that's kind of a frustrating thing for a coach. You see your player throw a great pass, and then he immediately fouls a shooter on the other end. Hanif Donaldson to the line. He's 1 for 2 today, and he hits that one. And the Galion Tigers cut this Clear Fork lead to 5 now, 21-16. 4:42 to go, second quarter. Hanif Donaldson now 2 for 3 from the line. His second one this trip is up and good. And he missed that first free throw earlier, and he's hit all three since then. And it's now 21-17. Colts with the lead over the Tigers. Quickly the other way, a three by Jared Schaefer, and that's no good. Rebound Tigers. Carter Valentine with the basketball. And he'll bring it down and pull up from the elbow. Nice touch there. And the lead is now back down to 2 for Clear Fork, 21-19.
Nice little soft touch there by the freshman.
Very soft touch. Good shot there by Valentine. And you mentioned he's a freshman. He looks pretty good for a freshman. And Delaney on the other end for the Colts puts up a three, no good. And the rebound was tipped and out of bounds. Carter Valentine seems to think it was off on a Clear Fork player. He's arguing his case to the referees, and now the referees are conferring. And they are going to keep it.
Ball.
Clear Fork Colts basketball under the hoop. And Brennan South will be the inbounder. He gets it in and takes the ball back in the corner, puts up a contested three. It's long, rebound Jack McElligott.
That's his 6th rebound of the half.
And McElligott, a very long point guard. He's able to rebound. He kicks it to the corner. Valentine, another three in the corner. Carter Valentine has caught fire in this second quarter. He's got 8 points this quarter. And Galion has their first lead of the ball game, 22-21. The Colts with it now. Swainhart.
Ooh, hard screen.
He puts up a long two, blocked by Tristan Williams. Nice tip rebound by Isaiah Alsip. The ball's eventually thrown forward to Carter Valentine, who puts up a layup long, no good. Rebound Ethan Delaney for the Colts. Delaney, wide open three ball in transition, no good. And A.J. Blueball on the offensive rebound for the Clear Fork Colts. Eventually the ball swung around to Swainhart, no good.
Ooh, a lot of slapping going on down there.
And a rebound is going to be, there's going to be a foul on the rebound, and it's going to be an offensive foul on the rebound. And they called the foul on a 44, but I believe that's going to be on Ethan Delaney, 34. And the coach's son for Clear Fork, Ethan Delaney. Ethan Delaney played for Mansfield Christian last year.
Yeah.
And moved over to Clear Fork this year. Now a timeout.
Full timeout.
Be called by the Galion Tigers. That's their second timeout of the half. They've got 3 remaining. And they have their first lead of the ball game now, 22-21, midway through the second quarter here.
Carter Valentine really found his
Carter
stroke there.
Valentine has definitely found his stroke in both of the threes he's hit. are from the deep
Yeah,
corner.
he's behind their backboard.
And that first one may have actually been behind the backboard. The second one was probably in line with the backboard, and it looks pure every time.
Yeah.
And he's a freshman.
Yeah.
Looking really good for a freshman. And who are the leading scorers over there, Nick? What do you
Leading
have
scorers for Galion.
each team, I
We
should
got
say.
Carter Valentine with 8. And then for Clear Fork, AJ Blue Ball with 8. Those are your leading scorers right now for both teams.
And the Clear Fork Colts come out of that timeout early. They are ready to play here. As Galion has been the team to call both timeouts so far here in the first half. Once, when they were starting to let the game get away from them, they called a timeout to slow things down. And then this time, they get the lead and call a timeout. So, never know what you're going to get from the Galion Tigers here. And Matthew Valentine. And coincidentally, the player who's caught fire here in the second quarter, Carter Valentine, is the coach's son. Galion with the basketball, breaking the press single-handedly for the Galion Tigers was Carter Kenneth, and he's going to try to throw the ball ahead there, and it's tipped out of bounds by Clear Fork. Clear Fork definitely trying to speed this game up.
Absolutely.
And Galion is fine with it. They like this.
I was say it looks like they can break the press pretty well, and they're getting their shots off, so it doesn't seem to bother them.
Galion to inbound on the baseline. Kenneth with it. And he kicks it up top to Valentine. Valentine at the volleyball line in front of us. The freshman.
Oh, I picked up his dribble.
Gets it to Tristan Williams on top of the three-point arc. Swings it around to Kenneth. Kenneth on the far side gives it to Hanif Donaldson. Donaldson thought about a three there. Now he elects to dribble. He picks up his dribble in the corner now. He kicks it out to Kenneth.
Clear Fork's really extending Galion's offense. They're really pressuring the ball.
And Galion looks uncomfortable, but I think they want to play like this. They want to play fast and kind of hectic. Hanif Donaldson with it in front of us. He drives to the free throw line, kicks it to Jack McElligott, who's able to drive and kick to a wide open Tristan Williams, just short off the front of the rim. Rebound to AJ Blue Ball. Blue Ball with it. He gets it to Brennan South, who gets it into the corner. Brady Tidrow throws it up, no good. Rebound Carter Valentine for Galion. He crosses the timeline now. And Valentine will slow it up. Far side on the volleyball line. Now he dribbles it up top.
Looks like Tidrow's he's their defensive stopper. He's been guarding the best player on the floor for Galion.
He's been doing a heck of a job of it. Now Jack McElligott with it on the Tiger logo. He swings it to Valentine, far side near the sideline. Now he throws a cross-court pass to Kenneth in front of us. Back up top to Valentine. Valentine has to dribble, gets it to Tristan Williams. The big man dribbles it up top now. Now he picks up his dribble, gets it to Hanif Donaldson. And Galion just looks like they're trying to waste some time before halftime. They've got the lead, and they want to keep it. Jack McElligott with it now, into the lane, kicks it to Tristan Williams. The big man puts up a three, and it is good. Tristan Williams, the first player. Oh, I should say he has 9 points. I was going to say the first player into double figures, but he only has 9. On the other end now, Clear Fork throws up a shot. It's no good, and there was an offensive rebound, and then eventually there was a foul. And Merritt Bergholder is going to be called for the foul by Clear Fork. And Ethan Delaney comes out of the game for the Colts. Back into the game now is Gannon Seifert. But on the offensive foul, Galion's going to keep the ball, get the ball. Kenneth will come over the timeline now for the Tigers. He gets it to Hanif Donaldson from the free throw line, puts up a shot that's blocked. And another full court pass is well over the head.
A little bit too much on that one.
As AJ Blueball tries to throw literally a full court pass, and he threw it over the head of Brennan South, and it's out of bounds. So Galion is going to have the basketball on the baseline.
Alsop checks back in the game for the last 46 seconds of the half. Maybe try and get him a shot going into halftime.
And the Tigers with the basketball, 25-21. 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Alsop with the basketball, gets it to Tristan Williams, throws up a three, no good. Offensive rebound by Carter Valentine, and on the rebound, a jump ball is called. And
referee says he saw 4 hands on the ball. Jump ball.
And looked like a sort of a quick jump ball there call. But either way, Galion will keep the basketball, and Carter Valentine has it on top of the three-point line. Gets it to Tristan Williams, over to Hanif Donaldson. Donaldson trying to drive, and he tried to put up a shot, got caught in midair. A steal by Brennan South. He finger rolls it in on the other end. And 15 seconds left now, 25-23. Galion with the lead. Isaiah Alsip
Here comes the
trying to
trap.
break the press. And Clear Fork is all over it. Brady Tedrow with a steal.
Oh.
And he puts up a layup on the other end, and Carter Valentine fouls him on the shot.
Good block, but got him with the body.
And you might be right there, Nick. At first, just at the first glance there, it looked like maybe the referees missed their second call in a row on that one. I didn't think it was a jump ball down on this end, and then on that end, not necessarily sure that was a foul, but as Nick said, it must have been with the body. Up top, it was definitely a clean block.
Absolutely.
But Tedrow will be glad to head to the line and take his free throws. The first one is up and good. 25-24 now. Galion with a 1-point lead with 7 seconds to go in the second quarter. Tedrow's second one is up and good. And a tie ball game now. 25-all. McElligott with the basketball. Up to Alsip. Isaiah Alsip with 2 seconds left. Puts up a shot, and it's no good. And he thought there was a lot of contact.
Looked like there was a lot of contact.
And Alsip getting into an arguing match with the referee there. And Tristan Williams, the big man, kind of intervenes for Alsip. And he's trying to get the explanation from the ref as to why it's not a foul. And we're going to head into halftime with a tie ball game.
Good game so far, huh?
On paper, if you just look at these two teams' records, Clear Fork by far the better team with a 17-4 record, but Galion at 8-13 hanging in there right now, and at home they are tied 25-25 at halftime. And Nick will try to do his best to give us the totals that he has for the first half for each team.
All right, bear with me now. So for the Galion Tigers, their leading scorer, Tristan Williams, with 9. Had 6 in the first quarter and then hit that 3 in the corner right before halftime. So he's got 9 points with 3 rebounds. Carter Valentine, the hot man in the second quarter, has 8 points and 3 rebounds. Jack McElligott, only 3 points. Record in there, 6 rebounds in the first half. On his way to a double-double possibly if he scores a little more.
McElligott for a point guard, you mentioned he had 6 rebounds. He is long.
Yeah, really athletic kid.
6'2", and that's, you love that if you're a coach, a 6'2" point guard that can rebound, especially at the high school level.
Yep. And then you got Hanif Donaldson, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Something to note though, Isaiah Alsip, Galion star, 0 points and 2 fouls in the first half.
And Tristan Williams, especially early, was the one getting it going for the Galion Tigers. He's got, as Nick mentioned, he's got 9 points here at halftime.
Leads all scorers.
Yeah, he leads all scorers. And for a second there, when he hit that 3 in the corner in the second quarter right there, I thought he was the first player in double figures, but he only had 9.
Yeah.
But you mentioned he does lead the way for all scorers in this ball game, and he's the big man,
6'5".
Yeah. Probably pushing 240, and he's got a stroke,
some
man.
touch.
He's hit a nice turnaround hook shot. He's hit a 3 in the corner. He's hit a mid-range jump shot. And Galion's starting lineup, you got to love it. They're long, they play fast, they can shoot. And they've got 2 freshmen that are impressive.
They can play.
Carter Valentine got it going there in the second quarter with 8 points. And Galion definitely, they've got a very bright future ahead.
Right.
And if you're a Galion Tiger fan, you got to be happy with that.
And then with the Clear Fork Colts, their leading scorer, number 3, AJ Blueball, he's got 8 points with 7 rebounds, so he's definitely on his way to his double-double tonight. And then Brennan South, he's got 7 points. Jared Schaefer with 4, and Brady Tedrow with 4, and then Swain Hart with 1 point, and Seifert with 1 point. Scoring's pretty well distributed for Clear Fork.
And you mentioned a couple players there for Clear Fork that each have 1 point.
Yeah.
It was sort of weird in the first half. It was a trend. They would miss the first free throw, and they would hit the second one for the longest time there, and that's why you have it's rare that you see 2 players with 1 point at halftime in the same game on the same team.
Something I thought was interesting in the first half, probably with about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, if Clear Fork would have gotten fouled again. They're shooting 1-and-1s the rest of the first half, and they didn't get fouled again the rest of the first half.
Yeah.
They could have shot some more free throws, try and get some more points up on the board at the line.
Definitely, and Galion was in danger of letting this game get away in the second quarter there. They fell behind 20-12, and then they were just able to flip a switch. They started breaking the press a little bit easier. They started hitting some threes in transition. And if Isaiah Alsop gets this thing going, he's got 0 points at halftime right now, but we've seen he can score 15 points in 57 seconds. And if that kind of firepower comes out here in the second half for Alsop, then Galion's got a real chance to steal this thing at home.
Absolutely.
And we did mention earlier, I noticed Ontario coach Joe Baylog in the stands up there. He's doing some scouting as Ontario is going to play Galion here in the first round of the tournament. Starting Wednesday, Ontario and Galion will play at Willard Wednesday evening at 6:15. And then Clear Fork will take on Bellevue at Bucyrus High School on Wednesday at 6:15. So it's kind of interesting to note. We didn't really talk about that pregame. The conference standings are set. Clear Fork has already clinched the conference. They won it. Galion is going to finish second to last in the conference this year. They can't finish any higher or lower. They've locked in second to last. So there's nothing to play for in the conference. The brackets are already set. As I mentioned, Clear Fork plays Bellevue Wednesday evening at Bucyrus at 6:15. Ontario plays Galion at Willard on Wednesday at 6:15. So the brackets are set. The conference standings are set. There's really not much to play for here today except some momentum going into the tournament. And if you're Galion, I guess you're playing for the seniors today.
Yeah.
But, it's sort of interesting how this game is playing out. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that Clear Fork kind of let this game get out of hand in the second quarter. But you certainly aren't trying to lose at this point.
Right.
But maybe the mentality today is a little more aloof than it would normally be.
Absolutely. And Galion playing tough without their second leading scorer.
Yeah, and we also
Gage Lakey
failed to mention that in the pregame. There are 5 players in this game tonight with all conference honors for the MOAC. First team for Galion was, of course, Isaiah Alsop this year, and first team for Clear Fork, Brennan South. And Brennan South, the point guard for Clear Fork, you've seen some moments of brilliance from him. It was more than a half court pass. It was really
a free throw line.
A 3/4 court underhand pass
on a rope.
Beautiful. And AJ Blueball was on the receiving end of that pass and able to lay it in. And speaking of Blueball, he was second team all conference. And then third team, which is honorable mention for the MOAC. They don't have a third team, but honorable mention was Jared Schaefer for Clear Fork and Gage Lackey, as Nick mentioned, for Galion, who's not playing tonight. So Galion missing their second best player, and they're still turning it up. The coach's son, Carter Valentine, able to come in and really make a difference. He's got 8 points, and he looks like a coach's son.
And he doesn't look like he doesn't play like a freshman either. He's aggressive. He got called for an offensive foul earlier, but
he's long. He's tall.
Yeah.
He's still kind of got that freshman body where he's really skinny, but he's very tall and he's got a smooth stroke and very promising future for Galion. And of course, if you're Clear Fork, you're a contender year in and year out, and this year is no different. They've got a stacked lineup and they're playing like it. So we look forward to a great second half. We've got less than 3 minutes to go here until the second half begins. We're going to take a quick break. You can listen to the soothing sounds of the Galion Pep Band here as we're tied at halftime here at Galion High School. The Clear Fork Colts and Galion Tigers deadlocked at 25. We'll be right back here on VSBN. Welcome back to Galion High School. We are set for second half action of the Clear Fork Colts and the Galion Tigers matchup this afternoon. Corey Durbin, Nick Lazier with you. Clear Fork Colts will start with the basketball here in the second half, and right off the inbounds pass, Clear Fork gets into the scorebooks as Jared Schaefer lays it in. And the other way now, Galion with it. Isaiah Alsop gets it to Jack McElligott. McElligott gets it over to Hanif Donaldson. Donaldson looking for Carter Valentine. Valentine, a long three, is short. And, in fact, it is an air ball and out of bounds. It's going to be Clear Fork basketball. They lead at 27-25 here in the early second half. Brady Tedrow with it right in front of us. He gets it up to A.J. Blueball. Blueball cross-court pass to Brennan South. Corner three now by Gannon Seifert, no good. Rebound is going to fall to Hanif Donaldson. Donaldson to Jack McElligott, and he tries to throw it ahead there to Carter Valentine. It's tipped out of bounds by Brennan South. Heads up defensive play there. And it's going to stay with Galion at the volleyball line as we move right to left if you're a Galion Tigers fan. Ball comes in to Jack McElligott. He looks for Hanif Donaldson, top of the key. And he drives in and looking for Jack McElligott. Picked up his dribble and took an extra step.
Pivot foot just slipped a little bit up on him.
And you could tell they were trying to run a play for Isaiah Alsop there, and
they
the
are
play
working
just kind of got
hard
tangled
to get
up.
him the ball.
And Donaldson went the other way with it and ended up with a travel as he was kind of indecisive there. Colts with the basketball. A.J. Blueball with it. And he loses the ball now.
Oh, he gets it back.
There's a scuffle on the floor, and Blueball gets it back, as Nick mentioned, and there was a quick timeout by the Clear Fork Colts coach. They didn't use any timeouts in the first half, so they have 5 to burn. And that's the first timeout they've used.
Good hustle there from Blueball. Got it stripped and then dove right back onto it.
30-second timeout for Clear Fork. They lead it 27-25 as Jared Schaefer was able to open up the scoring here in the second half for the Colts. And right now, Schaefer with 6 points on the afternoon. So Clear Fork, with a heads-up timeout there, they were able to keep the ball, and they will inbound on the baseline. It's going to be Brennan South with it. And he takes the ball from the referee. South inbounds to Tedrow. Tedrow drives into the lane, and the ball is stripped on his way up with it, and it's going to be out of bounds on the baseline.
Carter Valentine with quick hands.
And Valentine able to save an open layup there for Tedrow. South will inbound the ball again. He gets it to Schaefer, who gets it back to South. Up top to Seifert, over to Tedrow on the far side on the wing. Tedrow up top to Blueball, over to Seifert in front of us. Back up top to Tedrow, and the big men down low are battling. And if there were no referees, Tristan Williams would win that fight all day, hands down. But there are referees, and he was pushing a little bit on Schaefer there. And that's going to be Tristan Williams' second foul. He inbounds to Tedrow, puts up a shot in and out, and the ball's going to fall to Blueball on the offensive boards. He kicks it out to Schaefer for 3, and it's no good. Tedrow. Another offensive rebound by Tedrow, and he gets blocked, and the ball picked back up again by the Colts. It eventually falls to Gannon Seifert, who puts it up from the free throw line and in.
Nice little sequence there from Clear Fork. Good hustle.
29-25. Alsop the other way for the Tigers, and we saw this in the first half. Clear Fork went out to an early lead. And now we've got a defensive foul on Schaefer. So
Schaefer and Williams are down there battling with each other.
They're just going to go back and forth, apparently. And that's his second foul. So Williams and Schaefer both have a foul. Have 2 fouls as they just continue to battle back and forth. And the inbounds pass was tipped by Blueball and out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Tigers. 5:55 to go, third quarter. Clear Fork leading this one 29-25. Jack McElligott with the basketball near midcourt. And he gets it to Hanif Donaldson. Donaldson up to Alsop. Alsop looking to get going here. He still has 0 points on the game. Gets it down to Donaldson. Donaldson kicks it to McElligott, who drives baseline. Cross-court pass stolen away by Brennan South. Good help defense, like Nick said there. South going to take it end-to-end, puts it up, and it's blocked and out of bounds. No, they're going to call a foul. That looked like a very clean block by Alsop. And
Alsop's third.
I don't mean to be a conspiracy theorist here, but that was the same referee Alsop was arguing with at the end of the first half. And you don't like to think that a referee would take an argument on the court out on a kid, but
sure seems
like
that
a
way.
clean block to me there. But Brennan South's going to capitalize on the foul call. His first free throw is up and good. He's got 8 points on the night. South playing really well for the Colts, and if he hits this one, he'll be the new leading scorer for the Colts, and it's good. He's got 9 points now and leads the way for the Colts as they lead 31-25, 5:30 to go here in the third quarter. Isaiah Alsop with it, brings it over the timeline. He's got it at the volleyball line. Tedrow locking him down. Alsop still scoreless here in this ball game. He pulls up, nice move, kind of a between the legs dribble there to get an open three off. It's no good. And the offensive rebound is battled for and tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Galion here. And you can tell Alsop's just looking to shoot.
He's really, nothing's going down for him right now.
And he throws an inbound alley-oop to Hanif Donaldson, who puts it in. A beautiful play there. Clear Fork just wasn't ready, and Galion just threw an alley-oop up to Donaldson. 31-27 now, 5 minutes to go, third quarter.
Two freshmen for Galion playing really well.
And Donaldson with 7 points now. On the other end, an open three in the corner for Blue Ball is up and good. A.J. Blue Ball now with 11 points, and he is the first player in double figures for both teams. He's got 11. And Galion turns it over on the full court press. Brennan South with a wide open finger roll. It's good.
No effort from Galion getting back on defense.
Clear Fork trying to bust this game open. They lead by 9 now, their biggest lead of the game, and another turnover. Isaiah Alsop throws it away. Brennan South with the basketball, gets it to Blue Ball, puts it up, no good. Rebound Schaefer puts it up, no good. Rebound Blue Ball, he tips it up to himself, no good. And another shot, no good, and eventually it is finally tipped out of bounds. 4 offensive rebounds there for Clear Fork, and they still can't get a layup to go in, but they have the ball on the baseline. Brennan South's going to throw it in. 4:18 to go, third quarter. Clear Fork with their biggest lead of the ball game right now, 36-27. And Brennan South's going to throw it in. He gets it to Swainhart, and the ball's eventually swung around to Brennan South again. He puts up a three, no good. Rebound Hanif Donaldson. Isaiah Alsop with it now, brings it over the timeline for the Tigers. Galion trailing by 9. Alsop
trying to
just
do a little
hounded,
too much.
And the ball's loose and eventually picked up by Brennan South. South's going to drive it and give it to Blue Ball, who puts it up and in. A beautiful play. And
Good
Brennan
break.
South is diamond all over the Galion Tigers right now.
And Galion needs a timeout.
And Coach Valentine
holding his chest a little bit, getting a little too into it.
Coach Valentine was calling a timeout there for a few seconds, and nobody was hearing him. And before Galion committed another turnover there, he wanted the timeout call, and finally the referees heard him, and it's going to be a full timeout. So Galion now with 2 timeouts remaining for the rest of the game. Early third quarter here. Clear Fork has busted this one wide open. They have their biggest lead of the game now, 38-27. And Galion has only scored 2 points here in the third quarter. Clear Fork has come out and put up 13 already this quarter. And they just had it going. The press is finally working. Galion was able to break the press there early in the first half. And so far here in the third quarter, they just aren't able to get the ball through the press and get it across midcourt. And Clear Fork is making them pay.
Absolutely. They're making, they're running, man. They're really getting out in transition. And
Brennan South, man, he is just out here stealing. He's throwing dimes, and A.J. Blue Ball has been the guy who's benefited the most from these steals, as Blue Ball now has 13 points.
And 10 rebounds now.
The only player in double figures. He's got a double-double, and he leads the way for all scorers. So Galion trying to stop the bleeding here. They get it across midcourt. Donaldson with it now, far side near the volleyball line. Back up top on the Tigers' arc. McElligott with it. Now he gets it back to Donaldson. Donaldson cross-court pass. And the ball's now down to Carter Valentine, who puts up a three in the corner, no good. Rebound, Brennan South. South will take it coast to coast, kicks it out Swainhart, for three, and it's good in the corner. And Swainhart now with 4 points, and Clear Fork continues to extend this lead. They're now up by 14 with 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
They really cracked it open.
Hanif Donaldson gets it across the timeline for the Tigers. Donaldson gets it back up to the point guard, McElligott. McElligott gets into the lane, kicks it out to Carter Valentine, far side. Valentine swings it around to McMullen.
Another steal.
And another steal on a bad pass by McMullen. Brady Schaefer on the other end puts it up and in. And I want to keep calling him Brady Schaefer for some reason. It's Jared Schaefer.
Jared Schaefer.
And Jared Schaefer now with 8 points, 43-27. Galion with the basketball. McElligott with it. Near midcourt, gets it over to Hanif Donaldson. Donaldson looking for Valentine. He gets it out near the volleyball line. Carter Valentine gets into the lane, puts up a tough shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts up a layup and in. And that's what Galion needed. And a full court a pass to break the press. And Blue Ball puts up a shot, and he was fouled hard by Williams, but no call. And the Clear Fork crowd behind us is definitely upset about that one. On the other end, Donaldson puts up a shot, no good. Rebound. And his putback is no good. Yeah. And a jump ball is called, as this game is really
getting chippy,
out of control for both teams.
Getting a little chippy out there.
And on that last full court pass, another full court pass by Clear Fork, Blue Ball had a layup, and Tristan Williams sort of undercut him. There was no call.
It looks like Blue Ball could have dunked that one, man.
And Blue Ball now with 15 points, and he gets a break. I think the coach may have wanted to get him out of there just to see if he was okay.
Right, yeah.
He took a hard fall. Clear Fork with the lead now, 45-29. The inbounds pass to Donaldson on the block. Donaldson kicks it to Williams, a long two, no good. Rebound to Schaefer. Schaefer crosses the timeline, gets it to Brennan South. Pump fake, pulls up for three now, no good, short. And Donaldson chases down the rebound. And Kanath with the basketball brings it over the timeline. He's got it at midcourt, gets it to Valentine in front of us. Cross-court pass stolen away. Jared Schaefer with it now. He lays it up on the other end, no good. Following the play for the Tigers is Carter Valentine, who gets a defensive rebound. Now he's going to take it to the other end. Jack McElligott for three, and that one's good. And Galion, the last couple of minutes here, has been able to stop the bleeding and cut this lead down to 13, 45-32, 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Swainhart with it, near side corner, gets it back up to South. And the ball is eventually swung around to Delaney, who dumps it down to Schaefer. Schaefer back out to Delaney. Delaney to Schaefer in the lane. And a nice dump-off pass there. The shot's missed by Burkholder, but he gets his own rebound, gets it to Brennan South, no good. Rebound falls to Galion. Jack McElligott with it. He crosses the timeline. McElligott trying to kill some clock here with 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. They don't want to give Clear Fork another chance to score.
Right. But then again, they need to get some points themselves.
They really do. They need to score here. And Carter Valentine with the basketball. And he wanted to shoot the three there, but hesitated and ended up taking an extra step. And it is unbelievable how much Carter Valentine looks like his dad.
Isn't it, though?
And you look over at the coach, and they could be twins. The coach could just put on number 15 and go out there right now.
Play.
Clear Fork over the timeline. Brennan South with it in front of us. 10 seconds to go, third quarter.
They'll probably hold for the last one.
And they are holding for the last one. South with it now, 3 seconds left. He picked his dribble up at
Delaney
midcourt.
got tripped up.
He's going to have to throw up a half-court shot, which was sort of tied up or blocked, whatever you want to call it, by Valentine, out of bounds, with 0.4 seconds to go.
Looked like they were trying to get a shot for Ethan Delaney, but he got tripped up in the scuffle.
And South is going to throw the ball in on the sideline. And an alley-oop put up and in at the buzzer! With 0.4 seconds left, Jared Schaefer lays it in, and Hanif Donaldson tripped and fell down and Schaefer was wide open with an alley-oop. 0.4 seconds left, able to tip it in at the buzzer.
Wow.
And Clear Fork ends the third quarter with a 15-point lead, 47-32. What a quarter that
Great
was.
pass.
And the Clear Fork Colts outscored Galion in that quarter 22. Yeah, you're right, 22-7.
Yikes.
So just a really good quarter there for Clear Fork, and we talked about it a minute ago. They were able to finally get some turnovers off of that full court press.
Galion really just was playing out of control. They were really getting sped up and had a lot of turnovers in that quarter. Wow.
Unbelievable end to the third quarter there.
Yeah.
And Jared Schaefer now with 8 points for the Colts.
No, he's got 10.
Oh, that was his 10th point then, yes.
Correct. Yeah.
So Schaefer now the second player for the Colts into double figures. A.J. Blueball back into the game. He's got 15. He leads all scorers. And then the only player in double figures for Galion is the freshman, Carter Valentine. He's got 10 points. So we get set to begin the fourth quarter here.
Isaiah Allsip back in the game. Hey, he can cut this lead. He can tie the game up in a minute.
Yes, he could. The way he scores. 47-32. Clear Fork with the lead and the basketball. Ethan Delaney with it, far side. Lefty. He drives in.
Oh, good look.
Cross-court pass to Blueball for three.
Yeah, he's hot,
good.
man. 18.
And Blueball with 18 points now.
Young man can shoot it.
Isaiah Allsip with the ball for Galion. He crosses the timeline and gets double-teamed, and somebody
who threw the bottle on the floor?
either dropped or threw a water bottle onto the court. And the referee had to stop the game there and just kind of winged it into the crowd.
Yeah.
Three waters for everyone.
Right.
Jack McElligott with it now for the Tigers. Now it gets it down to Tristan Williams. Shots up and off the side of the backboard, no good. Offensive rebound to Donaldson. Donaldson, nice pass to Tristan Williams, puts it up and gets the roll on the block there. And Williams finally breaks into double digits. He's got 11. 50-34 now. Clear Fork with a 16-point lead. Carter Valentine getting ready to check back in for the Tigers. As Gannon Seifert tries to throw a pass down to Blueball, and it's tipped and stolen away. Isaiah Allsip, full court pass to Jack McElligott. McElligott tries to drive baseline, and it's tipped out of bounds by Tedrow.
Tedrow plays some great defense, Corey.
Lockdown defender for sure, and this has got to be the third or fourth time today that the referees have had a conference to decide whether or not the ball was out of bounds on the correct team or not. As of right now, Galion's going to keep the ball on the baseline, and we'll keep it that way. As Merritt Bergholder is in the game now for the Clear Fork Colts, and back into the game for the Tigers is Carter Valentine. Valentine with it. Gets it up to Allsip. Isaiah Allsip dribbling at the volleyball line. He spin dribbles to get by his man. Gets it up top to Donaldson. Over to Carter Valentine, far side. Dumps it down to Tristan Williams, who's double-teamed. He's looking for a man. It's Donaldson. He puts up a shot and is fouled by, I believe, Bergholder.
Yep.
And no, it's going to be on Gannon Seifert. And I don't know if you saw something I didn't. I didn't think Seifert was even near the play.
I didn't think so.
But that's who they get for the foul, and headed to the line is going to be Donaldson. He puts his first one up and gets the roll. He's now 4 for 5 at the line on the night. And his only miss was his first shot, so he's made his last 4 free throws in a row. His second one up,
you jinxed
it's
him.
in and out, and I did. 50-35 now. Clear Fork with a 15-point lead. A.J. Blueball is going to bring the ball down all on his own, and he just takes it coast to coast off the free throw miss.
He's making it look easy.
Yeah, he got the rebound off the free throw and took it coast to coast, laid it in. He's got 20 points for the Colts. And Carter Valentine on the other end dribbles down to the baseline, picks up his dribble and kicks it out to Donaldson, who gets it to McElligott. Over far side to Allsip, dumps it down to Tristan Williams. Beautiful pass Williams can't convert, though, as he put it up short off the front of the rim. Quickly the other way, A.J. Blueball puts up a layup, no good. The ball's tipped around and eventually ends up in the hands of Tedrow. Tedrow gets it to Burkholder. He puts up a 15-footer on the baseline, and it's good. And Merritt Burkholder gets hit into the scoring book.
Soft touch for a big man.
And the inbounds pass by Galion was tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Tigers here. Down in the corner on the near side baseline. They get it in, and a nice press breaker there for the Tigers as the ball ends up with McElligott. McElligott dribbling up at the volleyball line in front of us. He drives into the lane, puts up a tough shot. And couldn't get the roll. Rebound, blue ball. Blue ball, full court pass to Ethan Delaney. Delaney pulls up in transition for three, and it's a brick off the front of the rim.
He really pulls it up from anywhere, doesn't he?
He does, and the ball was tipped out of bounds on the rebound. And Delaney's probably taken at least 5 3-pointers tonight, maybe 6, and hasn't converted on any of them. Still not into the scorebooks. And we've all had those nights, Nick, where you just can't hit a shot. Galion with it over the timeline. It's Isaiah Alsip. Spin dribble, nice dribble there, but he sort of lost it. Gets it back and tries to pass it to Donaldson, stolen away by Blue Ball, who's having a heck of a second half. Blue Ball with it now. He kicks it to Tedrow.
He thought about pulling that for 3.
Tedrow to Ethan Delaney. Near side in front of us. He drives into the lane, kicks it. Burkholder, the big man for 3, rattles in and out. Rebound, Blue Ball, who puts it up and in. And Blue Ball is having a heck of a second half and really a heck of a game. He's got 22, unbelievable. Carter Valentine on the other end as Clear Fork now has a 21-point lead, 56-35, 4:30 to go in the ball game. Major mass substitutions now for Clear Fork coming up to the bench in front of us. Hanif Donaldson with it for the Tigers. He drives in on the far side block, puts up a tough shot, no good. Rebound, Gannon Seifert. Seifert dribbles past us and kicks it to Ethan Delaney, who thought he was out of bounds for a second there. He had to look down and check his feet. Delaney gets it to Seifert. Seifert drives right into the lane, wide open layup. I don't know how he flipped that up and in.
Yeah, I know.
It looked like he was under the hoop and still managed to throw it straight up and get the roll off the backboard.
Looked like he was about to get rim stuffed.
Isaiah Alsip on the other end, a tough 3, no good. Rebound falls to Carter Valentine. Valentine, nice kick, cross court to McElligott, throws up a 3, no good. Rebound falls to Donaldson, who's on the floor for it, and they call a jump ball. It's going to stay with Galion. So mass substitutions coming in now for Clear Fork. We've got Schaefer, South, and Swainhart back in the ball game as Blue Ball, Seifert, and Tedrow will take a seat. And then back in the game for Galion is going to be Matthew McMullen, excuse me. And Carter Kanath will also come back into the game for Galion. 58-35, Clear Fork with a 23-point lead, 3:30 to go in the ball game. Carter Valentine with the basketball. He gets it to McElligott. Gets it down to Donaldson on the elbow. Donaldson drives in, kicks it to McElligott, who drives baseline, has to bring it back out. Now he drives back into the lane. Up top now to Kanath, who kicks it cross court to McMullen for 3, and that one's pure.
Nice shot.
And McMullen has a nice jump shot, but that's the first shot he's been able to get off tonight off the bench. And he now in the scorebooks with 3 points. Clear Fork with it. Burkholder kicks it down to Swainhart. Swainhart back up to Burkholder. And Burkholder into the corner to Swainhart. Dumps it down to Jared Schaefer, who spins and puts it up. But before the shot, there was a foul on McElligott.
His first. Yep.
2:44 to go in the ball game. Clear Fork with a 58-38 lead here at Galion High School. Brennan South with it up top to Swainhart, who hit one earlier, and that 3 is in and out. Rebound Donaldson. Donaldson to McElligott, gets it up to Carter Valentine, far side on the wing, near the sideline. Back up top to Donaldson, swings it around, eventually ends up in the hands of Kanath. Up top to McMullen, who just hit a 3. Back to Kanath. Cross-court pass now to McElligott, far side. And he creates some space, throws up a three, rattles around, and falls in. And with 2:12, Galion's going to get a quick timeout here. And a full timeout for Galion. They have one timeout remaining. And 2:12 to go in the ball game. Clear Fork with a 17-point lead, 58-41. And Clear Fork, it was tied at halftime, and Clear Fork's been able to just bust this game open here in the second half with a full court press, and they've been able to make shots, get offensive rebounds, and things have just gone their way in just about every way.
Absolutely. Another fast-paced half, though.
Gannon Seifert going to check in for the Colts here during this timeout, as well as Ethan Delaney. And as far as Galion goes, I don't think there's going to be any changes. As Galion, here on Senior Day, has pretty much left Jack McElligott in the game the whole time.
Yeah.
Coach Valentine has been able to do that. Not that he wouldn't have played much of the game anyways. McElligott very good at handling the ball for Galion.
Absolutely.
And he gets a lot of playing time anyways, regardless of whether or not it's senior night. And Tristan Williams, also a senior for this Galion Tigers club. He's had a heck of a senior day. But not in the game right now. Clear Fork with the basketball. Here's Kyle Glassener. He brings it across the timeline. And now Gannon Seifert with the basketball in front of us, getting double-teamed. Ethan Delaney with it now, back to Seifert, over to Swainhart in the near corner. Back up top to Seifert, who's being chased and fouled intentionally by McMullen.
Huh.
And
A little early start fouling?
I guess not.
Yeah.
With a 17-point lead, I mean, I guess Coach Valentine
Rather put him at the line, I guess.
doesn't have faith in Clear Fork's free throw shooting. And Delaney with the basketball. Ethan Delaney takes the inbounds. Dribbling up near midcourt. He's being double teamed and able to get the ball to Gannon Seifert, who kicks it to Bergholder. And it's eventually swung back up top to Delaney, and they'll foul him. Jack McElligott here with 2 fouls in the last 10 seconds, both intentional, and I don't know if the plan is to foul him out on senior day or not, but that's what it looks like. 1:34 to go in the ball game. Clear Fork with a 58-41 lead. They inbound in the backcourt to Seifert. Seifert will bring the ball across the timeline. Gets it to Glassener, who I believe played in the JV game for the Colts.
Yep.
He gets it to Delaney. Delaney into the lane, puts up a layup, and that's no good. Delaney still unable to get into the scorebooks. Jack McElligott the other way for the Tigers. He's going to drive into the lane, create some space, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound falls out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Galion Tigers. And a lot of new faces coming in for Clear Fork, and it looks like
JV
all players
squad.
that played in the JV game.
Yep.
A nice ovation from this Clear Fork crowd, who traveled well today to Galion.
Absolutely.
On a Saturday afternoon. 1 minute and 7 seconds to go. Quick inbound, and McMullen hits his second three of the game. That one caught me off guard. They threw it in so fast, McMullen just let it go right away.
Got a clean stroke.
And that's McMullen's second three here in the fourth quarter. And now Clear Fork's lead has been cut to 14 with 1:04 remaining. Clear Fork leads it 58-44. Just a 30-second timeout there. And some mass substitutions for Clear Fork. Galion going to keep pretty much the same lineup in. Isaiah Alsep is going to come in, though.
Man, they've really kept him in check. Unreal.
And here on Senior Day at Galion, I'm not sure why Tristan Williams isn't in the game. But he is still over on the sideline for the Tigers. 1:04 to go. 58-44. Clear Fork with the lead. And Clear Fork with the basketball. Delaney throws it in to Tedrow. Back to Delaney. Delaney across the timeline. And he's just kind of dribbling around here, forcing Galion to guard him or foul him. And now he's in front of us, right in front of us. Delaney still dribbling, and he loses the ball out of bounds to Coach Bechtel. And Coach Bechtel, I don't know if you heard that on the microphone there, not happy.
He's a
with
little
that
heated.
turnover by Delaney, who just couldn't seem to give the ball up. And Coach Bechtel giving him the stare down right now, and I have felt the wrath of that stare down
yes.
from several coaches in my day. Not what you want to feel.
No.
Delaney's had a tough day.
It just pierces your soul.
And if my memory serves me right, I believe Ethan Delaney is 0 for 8 from the field, and 7 of those have been three-pointers.
That's probably accurate.
Been a tough day. Well under a minute to go now here on Senior Day at Galion High School. Clear Fork with the lead, 58-44. 49 seconds to go. And Bruce Swainhart is into the game for Clear Fork now, the younger brother, most likely, of Jay Swainhart. And also for Clear Fork, we've got Tedrow on the floor, Delaney on the floor, Glassener, and number 32. And we don't have that number on our roster, but I believe that is Gabe Blauser. Galion with the basketball. Donaldson up top to McElligott, who pulls up from three. No good. That ball is going to be out of bounds as the rebound falls.
Tough second half
into
for
the
the Galion
baseline.
Tigers.
And it really has been. And now Clear Fork's going to call a timeout to set up a press breaker, and you can tell this is a teaching moment
Yeah.
for Coach Bechtel. As the tournament starts Wednesday, Clear Fork will take on Bellevue at Bucyrus High School Wednesday evening at 6:15. And as for these Galion Tigers, they'll get set to take on Ontario at Willard Wednesday evening at 6:15.
That'll be an interesting matchup, I think.
Definitely could
Yeah.
be. We've seen Ontario this year, and they are a very good team. They came on there in the second half of the season really well, but they still have a tendency to kind of let games slip at the end here. And against Galion, Galion has already proven they can make a run late in a game if given the chance.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Coach Baylog definitely has a challenge on his hands from Coach Valentine and these Galion Tigers.
Yeah. This Galion team is definitely better than what their record shows.
Yes.
You can see little sparks when they're really good.
And the problem really is Galion is missing a couple of key players, and they don't go very deep.
Yeah.
Now that their roster has been kind of depleted here. They have a second-team all-conference player in Gage Lackey who's not dressed, and a couple of other players as well who weren't dressed today. So Galion definitely depleted for this game today and heading into the tournament, unfortunately. Clear Fork with the basketball. Brady Tedrow with it, crosses the timeline, and he'll dribble the ball back out to midcourt. And Jack McElligott here on Senior Day, unable to get the result he wanted, playing some defense now as Clear Fork is trying to dribble this ball out, and with 10 seconds left, it looks like Clear Fork is going to accomplish that mission, as Bruce Swainhart will dribble out the remainder of the clock in front of us, and that is the ball game here from Galion High School, as the Clear Fork Colts end the regular season with an 18-4 overall record, and they will finish as conference champions with a 12-2 conference record. Galion with the loss today, they fall to 8-14 on the year, and they fall to 3-11 in the conference. Again, Clear Fork a winner today, 58-44, and I believe our statistician over there, Nick Lazier, has some stats for us. Nick?
Well, I'll start with Clear Fork. Obviously, the player of the game, AJ Blueball, 22
Heck of a game.
22 points and 13 rebounds.
Unbelievable. And other than, obviously, Blueball shot the ball well from three.
Yeah, hit a couple.
But he was also Johnny on the spot on the offensive boards. He hit some free throws, and like you said, 13 rebounds.
He's everywhere.
And he'll be a lot of fun to watch heading into tournament play. And Blue Ball is a senior.
Yep.
So this will definitely be the last time we get to see him.
Yeah.
And that kid, not sure if he's going to college, but he definitely could
looks
have a
like he
bright
could.
future at a lower level college for sure.
Sure.
Good player.
Brennan South put in 11 for Clear Fork. Jared Schaefer had 10. Seaford had 5. Tedrow, 4 from free throw line, only points he scored. And then Burkholder put in 2 for him. So pretty well, a lot of scoring for Clear Fork. And for Galion, on the other hand, only had 5 guys get into the scoring book. Had McMullen come in there, hit the 2 threes late. But their leading scorer was, I believe, Tristan Williams. He had 13. And then
Yes.
Carter Valentine, he had 8. And then Hanif Donaldson had
Valentine
8 points
actually
as
did
well.
get into the double
Oh,
figures.
did he?
He did have 10,
10,
as they
10.
shut the
Okay.
scoreboard off here.
Yeah. But only 5 guys got into the scoring books for the Galion Tigers tonight.
And in the second half, Clear Fork was able to just outscore Galion, and they outscored them 33 to 19 in the second half. And that's how you end up with a 14-point win for the Clear Fork Colts. This game was tied at 25 at halftime, and Clear Fork's press just got the better of the Galion Tigers in the second half. Clear Fork able to speed the game up, hit some threes, finish at the rim, had some really nice fast break points, and a good team. I mean, 18
they're
and 4.
going to be tough. Yeah, they're going to be tough in the tournament.
Able to come on the road and get a good win. And oddly enough, they beat Galion last time by 13 at home. So very consistent there. They beat them by 13 and 14 respectively. And a good road win to head into the tournament. Once again, Clear Fork plays Bellevue. Clear Fork, the 5 seed. They play Bellevue, the 11 seed, at Bucyrus High School Wednesday night at 6:15. And then these Galion Tigers will take on Ontario. And that's also Wednesday night at 6:15. That game going to be at Willard. And Galion, the 12 seed, Ontario, the 8. So there you have it. That's the end of the season here in North Central Ohio. Clear Fork ends, and they're taking a picture right now in front of the MOAC Champs sign here at Galion High School. Clear Fork only lost 2 conference games this year. They finished 12-2 in the conference. 18-4 overall. Galion falls today. They finish 3-11 in the conference. And 8-14 overall. Once again, Clear Fork the winner today, 58-44 here at Galion High School. It's been a fun one, and this is our last regular season game this year on the Varsity Sports Broadcasting Network. It's been a blast, man.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far.
We no doubt will be back next year far more often than we were this year.
Absolutely.
And it's been a lot of fun. So thank you for listening to our inaugural, I wouldn't call this a full season. We've only done 3 games so far, but it's been a blast.
It's been a lot of fun, I've had a lot of fun doing it.
Clear Fork a winner today here at Galion High School, 58-44. Thank you for listening, and have a good day, everybody.